So coming into wrist mobility, we're going to start with some light rotations of the wrists. So go through a nice smooth range. We'll then go into a little bit of activation on the forearms, and then go into, once it's nice and warm, we can then go into a little bit of some harder or some more complex stretches on the floor. So to start off with, take your hands together. From that position, just let your shoulders relax down and back, and I want to keep the fist clenched. We're then just move through a nice smooth circle. So nice smooth range of motion with the wrists, rolling them round. Just 30 seconds here, getting them nice and warm, nice and mobile. From that position, we're then going to keep the elbows as high as we can. Hands unlock, fingers go together. From that position, maintaining that high elbow, we're going to keep this position out in front. We're then going to straighten the fingers, really squeeze the forearm, so I want to be feeling it along here. Into this position, we're then going to pull back down, make that fist again. Straighten out without losing the elbow position, so we don't want to be dropping as we're extending, and then pull back in. And we're going to be doing 5 reps here, and then straight back in. We're going straight back into our wrist rolls. So it's 5 repetitions, 30 seconds, 5 repetitions, 30 seconds, twice through. So now we've got the wrist nice and warm, we're going to go into a little bit more structured stretching and mobility, starting to load the joint as well. Starting in this position, we're going to a 4-point position from here. From there, all I want to do to start off with is just going to peel the fingers off the floor. So weight over the top of your wrists. If you need to take a bit of pressure off, sit back, and we're just going to pick the palm of the hand up, trying to make the knuckles nice and white, and push back down. We'll do 10 of these. So you're going to pull up, and then nice control back down to the floor. So it's not just pull up and drop, it's pull, hold, and then control back down, pushing in that weight into the wrist as we get to the floor. So push back up, and then drop down. Once you've done 10 of those, we're going to slowly walk the hands round into this position here. So we're going to come round nice and steady, sit forward, and then we're just going to push back into the heels, holding that position, 1 to 2 seconds there, and then come back forward. Every time, trying to sit back a little bit further. We just want to be feeling a stretch up through here, a little bit of pressure in the joint, but no pain on the back side of the joint here. And then just steadily working into a range that we can control from there. Once we've done that, walk back round. We're then going to go up onto a fist on the right side. From there, we roll down. Back of the hand goes flat. We then nice can pull up into our strong fist. In this position, I'm aligning the joint, putting all my weight down into that hand. This hand is just for a bit of support. Lowering back down, and we'll do 5 in total per side. So push, and then stretch, push, stretch. You repeat on the same on the opposite side, so create that stability. Push down into the floor, nice controlled down. Work to that end range, make the fist. End range, make the fist. And then from there, we're going to go back into our seal walk round. And again, 5. Sitting back into the heels, feeling the stretch, and then come back forward. Sit back into the heels, and then back forward. So we're now going to go into our stick mobility for the wrist. So to start off with, we're going to go into some pronation and supination of the wrist. So locking your elbow down into the side, creating 90 degrees at the elbow joint. We want to lock that down, keeping the wrist nice and neutral. We're then going to just lower slowly into this pronated position. So when my palm's down, controlling that end range, I should feel a nice little stretch in my forearm, and then from there we control all the way up to 12 o'clock, and then nice and steady, gripping as hard as I can here on the stick, lower down as far as possible, hold for 1 to 2 seconds, we then control back up, hit 12, and then lower back down. And you can do anywhere to 10 to 15 per side with these, just nice and steady. It's all about the control and not letting the weight of the stick take the movement. I'm letting my forearms control. So from this position here, we're going to go to some radius and ulnar deviation. So locking the elbow down into the side, we're going to start with the stick towards the floor. From that position, I want to then keep full grip onto the stick. We're then going to pull up and hold for 1, 2, and then lower back down. Pull up, hold, 1, 2, and then lower back down, nice and smooth. Really squeezing the forearm in here as we get to this top position, and then nice and steadily lowering it back down towards the floor.